Hello, everybody. My name is Alesh Eisner, and welcome to the Canadian Money Talk. Please like and subscribe. I record 2 videos per week, so make sure you ring the notification bell to get notified each time one comes out. This video is going to be a fun one. It's an instructional video on how to become wealthy, which is a philosophical question anyways, because it means different things to different people. But let's say wealthy means multi-millionaire in Canada. I actually think everybody's goal is not necessarily to be wealthy, but to be happy. So at a high level, we don't need to be wealthy, we just need to find happiness in life. Now, surveys indicate that a challenging job you enjoy that pays you 70 to 95,000 a year would be sufficient for happiness as far as money goes, and that you don't need a huge amount of money. Additional money has decreasing returns for your happiness. And so, does money buy happiness? Not really. But as the old joke goes, neither does poverty. And so it's nice to have a Mercedes to drive around looking for that happiness. The way I look at it, there's 6 ways to become wealthy. 1, you could inherit the money. 2, you could marry well. 3, you could utilize an exceptional talent you have. 4, you could get very lucky. 5, you could build or lead a value creating business. And finally, number 6, you could spend less than you make and consistently invest your savings over time. So let's go through those 6 ways of becoming wealthy. Inheritance is self-explanatory. Marrying well is outside of my channel scope and hasn't happened to me, so I can't really comment. But rich ladies, I am single and looking, so write me in the comments. Exceptional talent would be athletes and musicians, and it's quite rare, even though they seem quite common on TV. For example, in the US, maybe 1 in 250 of high school senior players in hockey get drafted by an NHL team. So you have about a 0.4% of going to the NHL if you were playing hockey in high school in the US. Getting lucky is winning the lottery, also extremely rare. And that also seems to end poorly for a lot of the winners, no pun intended, since about a third of them end up bankrupt. Because they don't know how to handle their winnings and blow it all, get taken advantage of by unscrupulous friends, family, or advisors. Speaking of advisors, just a quick note. Never make taking care of your money entirely somebody else's responsibility, since nobody's going to take care of your money as well as you. So just to be clear, lottery winners, artists, athletes are a tiny percentage of the population. It's just that we notice them. They're on TV and in the news. The lottery corporations make sure that they get splashed all over TV commercials and the newspapers. So let's just look at the last 2 ways of getting rich. Those are usually the ones left to the common folks, and that would be the investing and running a business. We'll look at investing in personal finance first. Let's run through some suggestions that I have in the area of investing in personal finance. This might overlap with some of the other videos, but this is a video about getting you rich, and this will definitely work. So pay yourself first. This is a cliche, but set up an automatic withdrawal and investment, at least 15% of your gross income, depending on when you want to stop working. And stop buying liabilities, so for example, boats or timeshares, and invest in what you know. Make your money work for you. Buy real estate, buy stocks, whatever floats your boat. Again, don't buy boats, but whatever makes you comfortable. Invest in stuff that makes you money over time, and start early. Please start early. Invest like you will live forever, but also don't forget to enjoy life along the way. Life is about choices, priorities, and decisions. So make sure you make the right ones for you, but also make sure that you don't let your whole life pass by before you have a chance to invest. Another tip is to buy assets when everyone's freaking out and sell when everybody thinks that they can't lose. This is Warren Buffett quote, fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. You have to take risk when investing and make sure to know what those risks are, however. If you buy safe investments only, it's likely they don't return much and inflation will actually devalue your assets. So you do have to take risks. Also, seek out mentors and learn about money and investing, as well as spending money on your professional education. Because at least initially, you and your time are your most powerful money earning asset. Later, you won't have to spend your time for money, but initially you must to get that nest egg to invest. Make sure to prioritize saving and investing. When I say saving, it means pay off your credit cards each month and spend less than you earn. Avoid getting into debt on things that don't make you money, like cars or vacations. Debt means you're renting somebody else's money, which makes you poorer. Since paying interest makes you poorer, you should only do it in two situations: when you have to in order to survive, and when you'll earn more on what you're financing than what you'll pay to finance it. Unless borrowing is ultimately going to make you richer, don't do it. Stop looking rich and start being rich. None of us live long enough to both look rich and be rich. You see that guy in a Porsche driving past you on the street? He's not rich. He's a salesman on his way to the home of somebody who is rich. When he gets there, the rich prospect's house will probably be an average house, but it'll be paid for. The cars in the driveway were probably bought used to avoid the depreciation, and the prospect's entire wardrobe will be worth less than the one that the salesman is wearing right now. Diverting your investable cash into things like cars, clothing, vacations, and houses you can't afford may make you look like you're living a leisurely life, but you'll end up laboring a lot more, and you'll probably never be rich. Now let's look at the second way that most common folk can get wealthy, which is by starting a business. If I can make a recommendation, start a business where your return isn't based on the number of hours you work, but on the value that you contribute. So just as an example, a financial advisor that works on commission means that they put in only a little bit more work for somebody who has $1 million with them compared to somebody who has $100,000, but they're getting 10 times the commission. A millionaire won't have 10 times the number of unique investments, just more of each investment. So that is how your contribution is valued higher than the number of hours that you're working. Having a business is the best money earning vehicle that you can grow, and then hire somebody to run it for you. You take all of the risk, but if you succeed, which unfortunately is statistically improbable, then you get all the benefits, and there's no limit of how much money you can make. Just look at all the companies out in the stock market like Facebook. It got started out of somebody's dorm. Once your business has made you money, diversify your earnings power into other types of investments, as mentioned earlier. You can also sell your business and then invest the money. And if you are a serial entrepreneur, you can start a new business and rinse and repeat. So to conclude, there's a formula to getting wealthy, and depending on your ability and life choices, it could be quick or take a long time. But I believe everybody's capable of it, but only a few of us will achieve it. As a gentleman on YouTube called The Money Guy says, building wealth is surprisingly simple, but it's not always easy. As usual, if you have any requests on what you would like me to cover in the future videos, please put that into the comment section. Please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and may you have a profitable day.